What's going on YouTube? This is Frank Nitty once again with another recap of Packers football. I have for you today. Uh, this video is going to be, um, this video is just going to really be talking about how bad the Packers were last night against the Atlanta Falcons, and that's why I'm titling this video the way I did, because I think it sums it up perfectly that the Atlanta Falcons quickly expose the weaknesses of this team. Now, first of all, I do want to say that we did have some injuries in this game, especially on the offensive line. Both David Bakhtiari didn't play. Brian Bulaga was out. So two key guys on the offensive line were out. Jordy Nelson went down the first quarter. Mike Daniels also went down the first quarter on the Falcons' opening drive. So we already got some key injuries, but that's typical Packers. It's not something that Packers fans should be shocked by. It's something that we should be really used to. We have injuries all the time. The Packers are one of the most fragile teams in the NFL. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. But at the end of the day, injuries or not, that's not going to be used as an excuse. The Green Bay Packers just looked straight awful last night against the Atlanta Falcons. Let's call it what it is. The Atlanta Falcons quickly exposed how bad this team is on both sides of the ball. Okay? I told you, I said last week in my video last week, I said do not get your hopes up about the Packers defense, and I was right. I was completely right. I said that, listen, that Seattle offense is just bad. And you saw it even yesterday. The Seahawks didn't do shit on offense yesterday, hardly. So we were just going up against a bad offensive team at home. So those things played in our favor, and it made us, well, not me, it made other Packers fans think that the defense all of a sudden is good, and it's not. The Packers did absolutely nothing in the offseason to address the issues on defense, nothing. We come back every single damn year with the same guys on that offense, on that side of the ball, and think things are gonna change, and things don't. The defense looked like shit last night. It is what it is, man. Those guys are horrible, especially in the secondary. The Falcons opening drive, they marched down the quill. Play. I think they were averaging at least over 10 yards per play. That's how bad it was. The Falcons quickly scored. The Packers answered back with a drive of their own with some help from some penalties. And then after that, everything just went downhill very quick, very fast, and very quickly. The Falcons' next drive, okay, we forced a punt, but the Packers that next drive they couldn't do anything because Aaron Rodgers was just struggling to connect with everybody on that field, man. I don't know what it is about Aaron Rodgers that he just can't seem to get in sync with any other target besides Jordy Nelson. Anybody whose name is not Jordy Nelson, he has no chemistry with, none. Despite the fact that Randall Cobb's been with us since 2011, but Randall Cobb, that guy just disappears and makes plays 1 minute, but just disappears another minute. You don't know what you're gonna get out of Randall Cobb from week to week. You don't. That's why guys like him are not starting wide receivers. And we tried to get Martellus Bennett going. That guy was just dropping passes left and right. He and Aaron Rodgers looked awful. They could not sync up at all. There was some bad throws. He was just dropping passes. Martellus Bennett was shit last night. Say what you want about Jared Cook, about his injuries. At least when he played, he was catching the damn ball. And we let him go for Bennett. I need to see more from Bennett if he's going to be somebody worth that we need to bring in. And he's not the only guy we should have brought in. We should have addressed a lot more issues with this team. But as usual, we don't. Because, you look on the defensive side of the ball, what did you see? You saw a terrible, shitty defense, man. No Mike Daniels, so we struggled to get pressure on Matt Ryan. Clay Matthews was the only one who was trying to play hard out there, I guess, and get some pressure. He got home a couple of times. Nick Perry was struggling to get to create pressure. The rest of those guys on D-line, they were struggling. So I got to give credit to the Falcons' offensive line for protecting Matt Ryan well for the most part. And then you got the secondary that has two starting corners who are shitty with Demarius Randall and fucking Quentin Rollins. I mean, the Packers have got to be one of the dumbest teams in this NFL if they're going to be that stupid to come back this year with both those guys at corner. We should have instead of letting Gunter go, we should have let Demarius Randall go. The guy is a horrible cornerback, man. He is. He sucks. And I've been shitting on him since his rookie season. The guy sucks, but here he is. He's still with us, still starting at cornerback. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Why is he still here? Do the Packers? I mean, how many times do the Packers need to bench him and replace him with somebody else before they decide, you know what, this guy's a terrible cornerback. Let's move on. Let's let him go and move on. We drafted Kevin King for that reason. We brought back Devon House for that reason. Demarius Randall sucks, and I can't stand watching this guy play. Every time he's challenged, he gets beat and gets humiliated every single time. Same thing with Quentin Rollins. Both of those guys are not good cornerbacks, man. Both of them suck bad, man. And neither one of those two should be starting at cornerback. Neither one of those two should be anywhere near somebody as talented as Julio Jones. But that's just how it is, man. So I don't have no hate against the Falcons at all. Nothing. You know, shout outs to Sports Lab and ATL. I still holler at him on Twitter. You guys pretty much came in. You open up your new stadium and you whooped our ass. It's just that simple, man. You know, the Falcons didn't do anything but just play Falcons football. Then that's just how bad of a team the Packers are right now. And the offense needs to get his shit together. The only guy on offense I like right now is Ty Montgomery. You know, every time that guy gets the ball, he really runs with heart. He runs with heart, man. Every time he gets that ball, he's trying to make something happen. Every time. Keep giving that ball to Ty Montgomery. And I'm not talking as far as a running back standpoint, because he really shouldn't be running the ball. I'm talking about just coming out of the backfield and shit like that. Let him be what he is. Wide receiver. He's still a wide receiver, man. So Ty Montgomery is the only guy who I thought had a nice game yesterday for the most part. Everybody else was terrible. Aaron Rodgers threw a terrible pick at the beginning, really early in the game. But I mean, maybe that wasn't really all on him. I mean, Geronimo Allison sat on the route. He didn't really go for the ball, so that pick really wasn't Aaron Rodgers' fault. But like I said, he just has no chemistry with any of these wide receivers, man. And this offense is going to definitely struggle this year if David Bakhtiari and Brian Bulaga do not get healthy. Because you saw what not having a good offensive line is going to do for Aaron Rodgers. Because he already has wide receivers who struggle to get open, can't create separation. But then you combine that with a terrible offensive line, you're going to have problems, man. You are going to have problems. You know, we let go TJ Lang in the offseason, dumb. Too cheap to pay to bring him back. The offensive line has just straight up gotten weaker this year, man. Everybody can see that. So I hope every Packers fan really appreciated how good our offensive line was last year, because all that time they gave Aaron Rodgers to throw the ball was ridiculous. Because he needs all the time in the world before he can find any of these guys to get open. And these guys here we got a wide receiver are just not go-to guys, man. Aaron Rodgers still does not have a go-to guy, a guy he can rely on and get that ball to almost any time he wants. He doesn't have that guy. We still have the same team, man. We still got all these problems that the Packers front office absolutely refuses to address every season. They refuse to address it, man. They don't want to fix this defense. The Packers have had years to address the issue at linebacker, to address the issues at defensive back, and they don't do it. You see the problems we have on offense, and they don't do nothing to change it. And that's why I shit so much in the front office, because those guys, Ted Thompson, all those guys are a bunch of idiots. They don't know how to draft, and they don't do shit in the offseason to make this team better. This team just gets worse every freaking year. And you can't keep on trying to ride the coattails of Aaron Rodgers because he's only one man. But you continue to refuse to build the right team around him, you'll never get back to the Super Bowl, and I mean that. Sure, it's only week 2, but like I said, the Falcons quickly exposed the weaknesses to this team. So the Packers on both sides of the ball better get it together. I don't expect nothing out of defense again this year. The defense is going to continue to be shit. and the offense is going to struggle. It just is. But that's all I got. Bengals next week. Go Packers.